Simply those who do it for the show of it. And so those who want to do it will make sure they invite the press.
Okay, welcome again. We are recording episode 3 now, and we continue on the theme of God's creation during this period of Lent in the Diocese of Lagos Mainland of the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion. We are looking at God's creation, man's care, and to shed some light on that topic is the Reverend Matthew Ogu. Reverend Ogu, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Well, let's begin by looking at this whole story of creation. At creation, God did everything beautifully, and he gave mankind the responsibility of nurturing the world,
Okay.
nurturing his environment. How well are we as a people, as Nigerians, adding value to the world that the Lord has given us in the land called Nigeria?
Thank you very much. God is a God of order, and he's a good manager. And having created the world, like you said, he placed it in the care of man. And in looking at it from the Nigerian perspective, I would say that we're not doing really much to add value to what God has created. Because of this idea of dominance that have permeated our society. There is this theology of domination, and that theology has not really helped in so many ways. And that is why you see a lot of abuse of the creation of God. We seldom care for the environment. Naturally in Nigeria, you see the streets are littered, even our rivers are littered. The streets are not well taken care of. These are simple things that we can find on a daily basis. And it tells you that we are of a truth using what God, or enjoying the benefits of what God has created, but we are doing less to sustain it. And I think it does not go down well with God. So what we're supposed to be doing is like what is said in Genesis chapter 2 verse 15. God says, cultivate it and keep it. So as much as we enjoy the benefits, it is also very, very important that we care for it, that we keep it, we sustain it. And how do we sustain it? By making sure that we clean up our environment where necessary, by making sure that everyone is disciplined and corruption is reduced minimally.
Thank you very much. When we talk about being responsible for our environment, taking good care of our environment, making good use, judicious use of what God has entrusted to us, I want you to reflect on the story of the rich man and Lazarus. How does it underscore the need for us to use the resources at our disposal in a judicious way? How does it underscore the need for compassion in our day-to-day interactions with fellow human beings?
Of a truth, God has blessed individuals, blessed this country with enormous resources. And the essence of that is to make sure that we actually affect one another positively. If you look at it, you'll see that actually a lot of people are trying their best, showing compassion to the needy, showing compassion. But on the other hand, it looks like we are not really doing it to the level that it should be. Possibly those who do it for the show of it. And so those who want to do it will make sure they invite the press and display it so that everybody will see that they are doing something good. The government is doing little or less of what they're supposed to be doing. And so it makes it clear that the compassion that should really flow with it is not really the way it should be. And it affects the whole lot. The poverty level in Nigeria is a clear show of what we are talking about. That people are hungry, yet some people are amassing the wealth to themselves and they are keeping it. And it does not really go down well with the masses. No wonder you see a lot of agitations here and there. But if we are compassionate enough, I think things will be enough for even the common man on the street.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now, this is the period of Lent. What would you recommend as prayer points for us as they relate to God's creation and the need for man's care for his environment?
My prayer point will be that God will give us a compassionate heart to be faithful to God's divine assignments, because therein lies the blessing. If we are unable to do that, it means that the reward that God has intended for us may not be possible. And so I pray that the Lord will grant each and every one of us a heart of obedience and submission to his total will. Amen.
Well, I want to say a very big thank you to you, Revd. IDOWU. Thank you. So we'll continue conversation. Thank you, Revd. IDOWU.